Hello everyone, welcome to Alta Learning Channel. It's me, Amna Fajr, and today I'm gonna let you know about unit number 2 of Reading Comprehension and Grammar of grade 5th. Well, unit number 2 is consisted upon a story. The title is Footprints Without Feet. That is written by H. G. Wells. Initially, I'll let you know about what is fiction. Well, fiction is about all the imaginative things that we have in our mind and that does not exist in the real world, like Tom and Jerry and Harry Potter. The characters, the movie, the storyline, all the things does not have any kind of link with the real world. Well, on page number 14 and 15, there is a story about footprints without feet. In that story, the writer explained about a scientist who take an invisible potion and got disappear and faced multiple problems. Well, students are supposed to read the story and then think and talk. They are supposed to think and talk about like, can anyone become invisible? What would you do if you become invisible? Well, after reading the story, I found out that no, no one become invisible. If I become invisible, I shall listen to what my parents think about me. Well, the second question is, in this story, a scientist become invisible, but circumstances make him a homeless wanderer without clothes and money. Wait on to find out about his plight. Well, the answer is the scientist was a homeless, penniless, and wandering person because his landlord did not like him, and in anger he set fire to the house that he rented. On page number 16, there is a list of the question. After reading the story, students are supposed to answer the question. And the first question is, write the meaning of the following words. There is a list of the words and students are supposed to find out the inferred meaning, that is basically the meaning that they got after reading the story, and the dictionary meaning, that is the actual meaning. So the list of the words are bewildered, fascinated, irritable, invisible, panicked, transparent, wondered. So the meanings are puzzled, deeply confused, attracted, interested, annoying, bad-tempered, hidden, unseen, scared, sudden fear, clear, see-through, walk, wamble. Second question is, the two boys were surprised and fascinated. Why? The answer is because they saw the fresh, muddy footprints of a pair of bare feet. Third question is, Griffin slipped into a departmental store because he wanted to buy an avocado. Fourth question is, what happened when he did not wake up in time? How did he escape from the store? The answer is, as he did not wake up in time, the assistants of the departmental store arrived and he ran away in panic. Fifth question is, Griffin next entered the shop of a theatrical company. What did he do there? Answer is, he entered in a theatrical company and came out little later wearing bandages round his forehead, dark glasses, false nose, book big bushy side whisker, and a large hat. Sixth question is, Griffin was a rather lawless person. Which of the following statements suggested that he was lawless? Well, the answer is he set fire to a house that he had rented. Page number 17, we're having a story about the witches. That is written by Rolf Dahl. Well, in the story, there is a grandmother who is telling his grandchild about the story of the witches and their existence. Well, students are supposed to read the story carefully and then on the next page, that is page number 18, they are supposed to answer the questions. The first question is, what one thing does the boy admire about his grandmother? Well, after reading the story, I found out that one thing the boy admires about his grandmother is that she was a great storyteller. Second question is, what are the adjectives used by the writer to describe the grandmother? The answer is, the adjectives used by the writer to describe the grandmother are great storyteller and great expert. Well, the second question is consisted upon the list of the words and their meaning. The words are enthralled, tall, tremendously, massive, majestic, and vanished. Meanings are fascinate, dark thick liquid, in great way, huge, graceful, and disappear. The third question is, continue the story and write what you think happened to any of the five children who disappeared. But after reading the story, I found out that the witches may well have kidnapped the children and then they turned them into hummingbirds and animals, so they always served them as a slave. Next question is, why was the grandmother telling the boy about witches? The grandmother telling the boy about witches so that the boy be able to spot a witch in this world. The next question is, the phrase pulling someone's legs means fooling someone. Next question is, do you think the grandmother's stories were true? Well, I think so, yes, because five children in town would disappear. Well, on the page number 19, there is a book review. Well, students are supposed to select a book of their own choice. It can be of any genre. Genre means any category of literature or any form of art. Means it can be a fictional story, a biography. It is totally dependent upon the children. Well, after selecting the story, they are supposed to attempt the question number one, that is, write an introductory paragraph. Well, for me, I have selected a fantasy story that is Harry Potter, and I have brought the introductory paragraph of it. That is, one of my favorite books is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. It is a story about Harry Potter, an orphan brought up by his aunt and uncle because his parents were killed when he was a baby. The second question is, describe the setting of the book. Well, according to that story, the setting of the book is at Hogwarts. It was the place where Harry realizes he is special and his adventures begin. The third question is, describes the book's main character. Fourth question is, write a paragraph summarizing the plot. And the fifth question is, write a paragraph that gives the reader your opinion of the book. Well, all of these questions are supposed to be attempted by the students, in which they describe the main character, then they explain the plot of the story and give their opinion. Like, why would they like that? On the next page, students are supposed to write a spell. On question number 1, there is a magic spell that is given by Shakespeare play Macbeth. Well, students are supposed to write the answers from question number 2, that is, choose what sort of spell you would like to write and write out your title. Well, here students are supposed to write the title of their magic spell. Like I thought that a spell to turn a thing into a bubble. The third question is assemble a list of ingredients for your spell. They should be suitable for the type of spell you want to produce. While students are supposed to write the ingredients, like there is an ingredient like super sweet sugar melting moments. So students are supposed to write the list, and this question is supposed to be attempted by students. The fourth question is think of any action you want to include in your spell and make a note of them. Well, the actions that I want to include is run in fun, play in jumble. The fifth question is write a chorus for your spell as two lines which rhyme a rhyming couplet. Well, the rhyming couplet that I have selected that comes on repeat mode is rumble, humble, crumble, bumble. Rumble, humble, crumble, rumble. Draft your spell as a poem with a rhythm like the one you have just read. Well, on the question number 1, there is a spell I have already told. Well, here on the question number 6, students are supposed to draft their own magic spell. Well, I have drafted my own magic spell that is rumble, humble, crumble, bumble. Rumble, humble, crumble, bumble. Run in fun, play in jumble. Shake yourself, turn into a bubble. Seventh question is when you have your draft, discussed it with a partner, ask yourself. Well, rest of the questions are supposed to be attempted by the students. Page, that is page number 21, there are colons, comma, and semicolons. While colons are basically used the list of the words, phrases, and plots. Question number 1. Rewrite these sentences and putting in the column before the list and comma between the items. Well, on the first, go to the magic shop and there will be semicolon buy sparkle powder, comma, big black, comma, dried bats dropping, comma, and dot cubes. Second one is this spells required semicolon, a dog's tooth, comma, two bats' wings, comma, some cat's hair, comma, and a sore lemon. Full stop. Well, students are supposed to attempt the rest of the things in the same way. The second question is about rewrite this passage as a list. Well, there is a passage given below and students are supposed to make the passage in a list form like I have made it in a way. Walter the Wizard thought of the three terrible things that day. There will be a sign of the punctuation mark. He had been caught picking a spell to charm frogs. Then there will be the semicolons. Well, here students are now write the rest of the passage by their own self. That's all for now. Do like, share and subscribe our Older Learning channel. Thank you.